Okay. Is it working? All right. Anybody out there? Yes? All right. Hey. Well, this looks kind of weird. I don't know. I think there's some distortion going on in the camera. Here, try turn that knob. Turn that knob there, right there. Does that work? Is that better? All right. I think okay. Hi, my name is Nathan Jensen. I I am a children's book illustrator. I live in Austin, Texas, and what I'm going to talk to you about today is the pictures that I make for children's books. I just happen to be working on one right now, all about the. Hold on, please, just a minute. Okay. Oh! Okay. All right. All about Bighorn sheep, and I'm just getting started. I've got a little bit of the work to do. All right. Enough goofing around. Okay. Let's be serious. I'm a serious artist. Okay. We're gonna do a little story about how I make children's books today, and when I get a children's book, let's be serious. All right. That worked. All right. When I get a children's book, all it is just words. Can you see that? Bighorn Sheep by Thomas Lester. It's just words, and it's my job to try and think up pictures that are going to make the words on the page interesting to kids. Something that's fun to look at, something that's fun to see. Okay? All right, let's stop with the shenanigans, all right? And, well, my first step... Nathan Jensen. My first step is I'm going to take those words and cut them into little pieces, okay? See that? I just printed them out, typed them up, and I'm going to cut it into little pieces. And I'll do that for all the pages. I might number them or something so I don't lose track of which goes first. But then I'll take a bunch of paper and just staple them together at the end. I know it's going to be a 32-page book, so I chose 16 pages and put them together. 16 plus 16 is 32, because one page is actually 2 pages, front and back. And then I take my little strips of paper and I can tape them in there. Where's my tape? Ta-da! I might just take them in there and add a piece of tape. And that way I can kind of move it around and like say, oh, I think maybe I want to put that down here. I can take it off and put it down there. And I might go through the whole book. My objective is to find places to put all of the text so that I don't have like a bunch of text all on one page and then no text for a bunch of pages, or some sort of rhythm in the reading of it. So like, as you turn the page, I don't just get bored on one page because there's so much to read, in other words, and nothing on the other pages. So I've gone through and taped all these pictures and the text onto the pages, and then I've scribbled. Can you see what that is? Can you tell what that's a picture of? You know what? I can't either. But what I did start to learn is, as I was doing this was, I didn't like that little bitty text. Here was something that you almost wanted to yell, and when I go to school readings, I want this to be part where we yell, where we say, we're the Bighorns that don't honk or beep. We're the ones called Bighorn sheep. So I thought maybe the words could be really big, on that page instead of just little. So this is it's called my dummy book, but my little son calls it my scribble scrabble book, because essentially that's all it is. It's scribble scrabbling. And I'm just kind of coming up with ideas. My ideas in my brain aren't that solid yet. They're unformed. They're just dribbles and scribbles. And I'm trying to get that out and maybe think of what might be on that page. But, can you know what that is? Let's see. The sound seemed like thunder off the Great Canyon walls as we knock heads together each and every fall. We've been sparring for 24 hours in sunshine dark and even rain showers. So, okay, I can see what's going on now since I read the text. I think this was going to be a big storm. and maybe this be the two rams down here fighting, and then maybe some other of the ewes. That's a female bighorn is a ewe, and them may be sitting around here on the ledges. But you know, I just kind of thought of that and scribbled it down in the computer. And I don't always do this, but this time I tried it. This time I tried it. Sorry, something's in my nose or something. Allergies. This time I tried it. I took the text and I put it in the computer, and do you smell something? And printed out the words real big, and then I printed those pages out and I stapled them together this time. See, I've kind of stapled the two pages together, front and back. And then I used this as a book that I could draw and scribble and sketch in. Check that out. This is a picture with the fighting going on in the foreground, in the background there, the rams and the ewes just kind of hanging out on the rocks, really bored. And remember, there was going to be a storm happening. Do you remember that page from the Scribble Scrabble Dummy? Let's look at a few more. Oh, go the other way. Whoop. Cut that out. Anyway, so this, let's get it so you can see it. This is interesting. We'll figure out how to do this better, maybe some sort of other camera system. But here we have them relaxing under a overhang, maybe just cold chilling on the rocks and maybe chewing on something. This text talks about how in summer we rest during the day in caves or under rocky ledges, so our thirst is saved. We're good at living where it's way up high. Even plants give us water to help us get by. Yeah, so I thought, since it said something about the plants give us water to help us get by, I actually looked up and did some research on what do these bighorn sheep eat for plants. So maybe it might be nice to put some of that in the picture. So you know, so maybe the cholla plant or the prickly pear, somewhere in the picture, adding to that concept of even plants give us water to help us get by. Thanks. Their eyes don't have circles. Like, see how we have circles? Actually, yeah. See how our eyes? Now that I want it, it won't come back. Our eyes have little circles inside. Well, the sheep have, like, their eyes are more like a rectangle, and I guess that helps them so their eyes can see further. It says our eyes are keen, really, really great. That way we can find footholds early and late. We can watch other creatures a whole mile away and figure out quickly to go or to stay. Okay, so check that out. See, so I thought maybe like I'd bring him up way in the foreground, and maybe in the background have some of the animals that would be his predators. What are predators? Predators are things that want to eat him. So I've taken them up onto some nice Bristol board paper. I've redrawn them. See that? This is one of my favorite pages because I as soon as he said Bighorn Sheep was the next book to do, the publisher, I just imagined this crashing scene of their heads, totally butting again. Here's our picture of them jumping over the fence. This would be almost a tight pencil if I tried and worked a little bit harder on them to make them more detailed. A tight pencil in this world is where you essentially draw in pencil what you intend to make in paint, and you're as clear as possible as what's going to happen in the book, so that an editor or the publisher can all agree that yes, that's the book we want you to paint, and move forward. So all of this will be kind of someone will tell me, yes, you did a great job, or no, hey, I don't think that really works. And we'll do even more of these back and forth of these drawings until we get the ultimate perfect book. And then I'll paint. One more step and we're almost to painting, which is about where I'm at right now. Is I'm going to scan into the computer all of those pages that I just drew and put them back in with the text. And in the process, I'll probably move some more stuff around and change the text up a little bit. because I'm starting to see where my pictures are going to be. And I might even see that, hey, you know, this, I'm going to need to have some clear space up there. I don't want a bunch of clouds or mountains breaking up where my text is. That's going to have to be, want to be pure blue sky or something kind of plain, so the text is very readable behind, in front of whatever I've drawn there. In this case, I even did some Photoshop searching, and I might do that for some of the pictures, and just found some different rocks, found some different skies, and put them all together in one picture with my drawings of the animals. See that? And that way, you know, because I can't think of everything in my head, maybe it would be nice in this case to have like some photo reference to paint from. So the scenes of this book will really be amazing paintings. And I normally do stuff in watercolor, so this time I'm doing oil. So I feel really good at oils. So I think this one should do really nicely. So that brings us to the last step, which is essentially taking those drawings and getting them onto a canvas. And you can see I've done them all up here on the wall. So that's where I'm at right now. And that's my project. I've got this all set up, and if we can get the internet to work, or actually we might even just do just what I'm doing right now, is taping it and then putting it up on the internet, because we didn't get a good connection this morning and it was a little bit chaotic. So but I'd like to keep giving you updates, maybe spend some time sharing, and as I paint on these paintings, maybe shoot some video. So come back, mark this page, and come back and see me, and email me anytime. Visit natesbookspace.com and send me a note. I'd love to hear from you. Check out, I do these things called Skype visits, where I can come to your child's school and do something similar to this, but then, you know, actually interact with them and take their questions about what it takes to be an artist. All right, thanks a lot.